Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of UMIST, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here today as we meet in this great hall to confer degrees on graduates from the Manchester School of Management. I am particularly pleased to welcome one of our former Manchester School of Management students back today, Mr. Hamish Ogston. Hamish is a fine example of a person who developed as a first-class student to a first-class businessman. We are delighted to honor him here today as an outstanding alumnus of the year and hope all you entrepreneurs will be as entrepreneurial as he is. But in the first instance, I would particularly like to welcome all you partners, families, and friends who have supported our graduates, many of whom have traveled long distances to join us on this day of celebration. I hope that during your visit to UMIST, you will have a chance to look at our university and have an opportunity to spend some time visiting the many fine buildings and countryside in and around the vibrant city of Manchester, and particularly Main Road, if you're Manchester City supporters. Forget the other place. To reach the stage on which I stand, all of our graduates will have to overcome many challenges. Most obviously, there were the intellectual challenges of their degree courses, and you, as graduates, have had to work very hard and think very hard. But there were also many personal challenges, coming to terms with new ways of learning, of studying, of making new friends, of looking after yourself independently, although my kids didn't do it very easily. There were financial challenges as well. Today, students from all backgrounds are depending increasingly on contributions from families, on loans, and on income from employment. And we are, in the university sector, increasingly concerned about the impact this may be having not only on their studies, but on them personally. But that's a political issue. And finally, there were the social challenges. Some of you have had to cope with the enormous challenges of coming from another country to live and study in Manchester. Others of you have had more modest challenges, but no less real, associated, for example, from venturing north of Watford or crossing the wrong side of the Pennines. In these challenges, you have been supported by many people. Some of them are here today, your fellow students, even some academics. But most of all, your families and your friends. Some of you have come from very far from overseas to study here, as have your families to celebrate with you today. You make a particular contribution to the variety and richness of university life here on this campus and enable us to show to each other that there is more than one way to lead a good life. We acknowledge the contribution of all your supporters to see you make the transition from graduate to graduate. Now, this great hall and building in which we are today dates back exactly 100 years to 1902, when it was opened by the Prime Minister of the day, Arthur Balfour. He proclaimed at the time that this was the outward and visible sign of the awakening of science and enterprise, which has come over the people. But UMIST's origins go back considerably further to 1824, when a group of Manchester entrepreneurs met and decided to create the Manchester Mechanics Institute to meet the skills challenges caused by the world's first industrial revolution. Their purpose was clear: to promote the learning of scientific principles. But demonstrating the foresight that had already made them prosperous, they argued that it was also vital to link that learning to work and to industry. This still remains one of UMIST's basic objectives, and why a survey of UK employers to be published later this month, the end of July, will show that UMIST and Cambridge are the most highly regarded universities for the employability of their students, a record that UMIST has achieved every single year for the last 5 years. UMIST's contribution and importance to the economic and social well-being of the UK and other countries worldwide has also recently been acknowledged by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Speaking at UMIST last year, Gordon Brown said, "Founded early in the 19th century by the business community of Manchester, UMIST enters the 21st century a leading center for scientific research. Its links with business stronger than ever, promoting jobs and opportunities not only for the Northwest region, but also for the rest of the country." UMIST is very proud of the achievements of its students, and we take a particular interest in their career and development, not only for fundraising, by the way. UMIST graduates can be found in all walks of life. They include Sir Terry Leahy, the chief executive of the UK's biggest employer, Tesco, and now who just recently became Chancellor of UMIST. The Right Honorable Margaret Beckett, Secretary of State for Food, Environment, and Rural Affairs. T. Chi He-han, Singapore's Minister of Education, and many more. Indeed, in the past few years, businesses such as Rolls-Royce, Kingfisher, Nissan UK, Balfour Beatty, Colgate-Palmolive, British Oxygen Corporation, Thorntons, the chocolate people, and Procter & Gamble have had UMIST graduates at their helm as chief executives. So that's your future, chief executives. But remember to reinvest in UMIST. We need your money. Another of our graduates is the TV cook, Sophie Gregson. This year, she returned to UMIST to give a demonstration to students on how to cook on a shoestring. Her advice, by the way, did not include first buying a tin opener. Sophie graduated in the early 80s with a degree in mathematics, so she not only knows her onions, but she can count them as well. This last decade has been a particularly successful period for UMIST, and this has reflected itself in a number of prestigious awards won by the university. These include 3 Queen's Prizes for Higher Education, 2 Queen's Awards for Export Achievement, 2 Prince of Wales Awards for Innovation, and the only university to receive the DTI Award for Technology Transfer. Last year, the research assessment exercise recorded that all UMIST academic departments were rated of national or international excellence for research, and 2/3 of UMIST's academic staff received an international excellence rating for the quality of their research. UMIST is currently building a £30 million bio and life sciences center to house scientists, engineers, and technologists who will be conducting research in the life sciences, and in particular into cancer and Alzheimer's. In addition, one UMIST academic has developed software which has been incorporated into Windows 2000 and enables visually handicapped people to know and understand the information displayed on PC screens. It is important to stress that I mention research and the various awards won by UMIST only partly to boast, but to place in context the very significant achievement made by our graduates today. For not only have you contributed significantly to the success of UMIST, but in a world-class university of the highest standards, you have obtained and completed a place here, worked hard over a sustained period of 3 to 4 years while having an occasional drink at a local pub, completed numerous assignments, examinations, and projects, as well as managing finances and giving time to plan your future career. Your achievements deserve the highest recognition. You are the excellent examples of the sort of people we are proud to see as our graduates. And you are just the sort of people a modern society like Britain needs in order to thrive and flourish. Finally, I would like to wish you every success in your future careers and invite you to keep in touch with UMIST and with one another through the UMIST Alumni Association, the organization for former students and staff at UMIST. As members, you will be invited to reunions and will be kept in contact with UMIST through the magazine Mainstream, which is issued twice yearly. You will not escape us, even if you come from overseas. Branches of the UMIST Association are found in many countries: Australia, China, Thailand, Russia, United States, Malaysia, and it goes on. Do keep in contact with us as well and make sure that we have your correct address to correspond with you, and visit us whenever you can. Can I remind you all, by the way, that after the graduation ceremony, there will be a formal photo for graduating students. This will take place immediately after the ceremony in the entrance hall. So, to the parents, friends, and supporters, thank you for coming to this special day. To the graduates, congratulations on your success at UMIST, and thank you for your contribution to the life of this university. I hope very much that you have enjoyed your time here and that you will be happy and satisfied in whatever career and walk of life you choose to now follow. And so, let us now proceed with the award of the degrees. First, let me introduce Professor Barry Dale, head of the Management School, who will be presenting the Outstanding Alumnus Award to Hamish Auxton.
One of the most delightful parts of Degree Congregation Week is the presentation at one or two of the ceremonies each year of the Outstanding Alumni Awards. These awards are given to those of our former students who've achieved major distinction in the field of profession, who can present an example to our graduates of today. The first time UMIST introduced this award was in 1996, when it was given to Terry Lee, Chief Executive of Tesco plc, a Management Sciences graduate and now Chancellor of UMIST. Alumni Awards have since been given to a number of other distinguished alumni, including Wendy Mail, Chief Investment Officer, Unilever Superannuation Fund, who's been in the news quite recently, who graduated in 1979 from the school, Derek Broomfield, Chief Executive of Powerhouse Retail, who graduated in 1977. We're honoured today to have Amish Ogston with us. Amish graduated with a degree of BSc Honours Management Science in 1970. To me, it looks pretty good for graduating in 1970, which was 32 years ago. I don't know what you're taking, Amish, but, could I have some of the same pills, please? Amish really stands for a great deal of what we aim to produce at UMIST and the school, and why increasingly we are including the study of entrepreneurship within the curriculum of many of our degree courses. Clearly, entrepreneurs are born and not made. Most people have a good idea at some time in their lives. What they don't have is access to development skills, venture capital, and a host of other things that transform the raw flash of light on the Damascus Road and convert it into a finished product, a service that sells well. It was interesting hearing the inaugural speech of Chancellor Sir Terry Lee the other day. He said that the honorary degree gowns were very attractive. I wondered if the way of marketing them. I think he was only half joking, but Amish might convert that into an idea. Certainly one of Amish's many insights into his world is the claim that there are plenty of intelligent people and plenty of geniuses for that matter, but without determination they will not get anywhere. So obviously some of our academics have got it wrong. Amish has excellent qualifications. For just 2 years ago, he won the coveted Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award in the financial services category, beating off competition from over 400 would-be winners. I'll just give you a whistle-stop tour of his achievements. He went to school in Cranleigh, came to us just before that amazing year of 1968, which many chancellors have got engraved on their art, because this was the year of student sit-ins and rebellions, far worse than what you are today. But that time, Amish was on his degree to a BSc in Management Science in 1970. His first significant venture in the world of work was to co-found and chair Countdown plc, a retail discount card company operating in 16 countries. In 1977, he founded and became director of Supreme Awards, an incentive and motivational award scheme. His own reward came when lunch and vouchers bought the company within 2 years. Amish's next venture in 1979, again as co-founder and director, was the Guinness World of Records, a museum operating company with a visit attraction based in London Piccadilly. This was sold quite naturally to Guinness plc. The following year saw Amish become one of the original investors in the marketing rights to the World Cup held in Spain during 1982. In addition, he launched Sportswild Group plc, the tour company that carried 9,000 supporters to the tournament's final. He later sold his equity stake to Sportsworld Management. Card Protection Plan Limited, probably, we would think, probably Amish's most significant, I think, achievement. He might say otherwise in his speech, but the UK's leading credit card insurance and loss reporting company, begun by him in 1980, when he recognised that the increase in cards carried in the USA, a result of growing competition, was set to be replicated here in the UK. This was indeed the case, and the proliferation of store and bank credit cards in the UK extended Card Protection Plan potential market dramatically. 21 years later, this marketing-leading business has annual revenues of more than 65 million, controls more than 2/3 of the UK card protection market, and has expanded into continental Europe and South America. Having built its reputation as a first-choice service provider for some of Europe's most distinguished brands, CPP has diversified its product offering, seeking new opportunities to create profitable partnerships with leading companies throughout the world. Car Protection Plan is now just one of a number of innovative business units within the CCP group. CPP has ambitious growth plans based on international expansion and new product development. The aim is to reach a turnover of 250 million in the next 3 years, with a view to a flotation during that year. The company is featured in The Independent on Sunday as fastest growing companies list for the past 8 years. They've also been an award finalist of the RSB Sunday Times Business Enterprise Award in 2001. Listed in The Independent Sunday's fastest growing companies for 8 consecutive years, featuring the 2000 PricewaterhouseCoopers Profit Track 100 list, recognised as one of the Growth Plus European 500 companies, named in 1999 and 2001 as the Corporate Research Foundation as one of the top UK companies of the future. The CPP Group provides products and services in the financial services and telecom industries and is committed to creating profitable partnerships across the complete industries it serves. Its operations in London, York, Leeds, Northampton, Banbury in the UK, and in Madrid, Milan, Frankfurt, Lisbon and Sao Paulo. It's got over 1,200 employees handling 3 million calls per year, 200 million telemarketing conversations on behalf of 200 major financial and retail institutions. I think by now I've told you just a little picture of what we might claim to be a UMIST modest success story. So really, Deputy Chancellor, I present to you for the award of the Outstanding Alumni 2002, Hamish Ogston.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. I have had a lot said about me in a short time, and I appreciate that. I have prepared a very short speech, so if you're itching to go, I won't be blamed afterwards. I was here 67 to 1970, and certainly the management program at the time, there was only one, was basically designed for employees, not entrepreneurs. I did spend a lot of my time at this university trying to make ends meet by starting various businesses, so I got my hand in early. But I think that I'd made my mind up even before I came to Manchester that I wasn't going to be an employee, and certainly I never took advantage of the University Careers Service, and reading in the prospectus today, it hasn't really changed from offering you advice about where to get a job rather than how to set up in business on your own. Although I can see that there are now signs of entrepreneurship in the course content and the beginnings of a service to provide practical advice on starting potentially substantial and successful businesses. Now, this tack may be a bit late for some of you who've already signed up with various companies to start in the autumn, but I would suggest that if any of you still haven't decided what you want to do, and you feel that going into business is what you would be good at, then it's best to do it now, once you've left university, and before you start getting those beguiling paychecks, because you'll soon get used to them. Your overheads will increase in proportion to your revenue, and you'll find that it's very difficult to give up your mortgage or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever other habits you've achieved, and it's really extremely difficult and rare that people leave the workforce to start their own business compared to people who have never had those trappings of wealth and are prepared to start something on their own in very limited manner, but being able to live with that because they don't know any better. And that's really how I started, and I can recommend it to any of you who are feeling like putting yourselves at risk. Not many of us are risk takers, and I wouldn't expect more than 10 or 15% of you to ever be an entrepreneur. But it is a fulfilling role, and it's something which I've enjoyed over the years. And I haven't really come here to speak about this today because I was told I only had 120 seconds, and I'm probably past that. But I would say one final thing, that as you start to earn money, you'll lose 40% of it as an employee to the government. Whereas if you build a business and you sell a business, the capital gains tax is now only 10%. So it is a big difference, and it may well be worth some of your while considering following in my tiny footsteps. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Pro-Chancellor, I present to you for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Damien Paul O'Doherty. And for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Management, Michelle Louise Barlow. Greta Binch. Kelly Louise Dugdale. Benjamin Leon Foreman. Edward James Gibson. Alexander Viktorov Grilikis. Daniel Jonathan Kirk. Fergus James Appleton. Thomas Matthew Ash. David John Atherton. Catherine Susan Bailey. Lippy Begum. Lisa Karen Belford. Ben Paul Carson. Catherine Eve Chesman. Lindsay Ann Cliff. Sarah Louise Coddle. Richard Alexander Dawson. Srin Pakas Dawana. Amanda Ung Deep. Lucy Anna Dixon. Michael Dodds. Gareth Julian Edwards. Katrina Ann Fawcett. Dominic Torsten Findus. Daniel Glenn Foxton. Simon James Fuller. Dominic Edmund Griffin. Tom Ayek. David Alsol. Ben Matthew Hamilton. Mark Daniel Hastings. Martin James Higginson. Sarah Obson. Sarah Louise Older. Julietta Irene Ayuduka. Gemini Jones. Nebil Ahmed Kello. Elaine Gale Kitchen. Claire Maria Ledger. Jennifer Claire Lee. Sue Ong Eleanor Lee. Laura Jane Lindsay. Kelly Lloyd. Stuart Edward Nash. Lucy Esther Uncancer. Alexander William Anton Reish. Maria Shah. Tejas Shoag Shah. Kimberly Ann Simmons. Claire Emma Stewart. Lucy May Tomlins. Sunita Tor. Maya Verma. Clara Waite. Richard Lewis Waterhouse. Alexandria Jane Westmoreland. Manuel Natasha Whitaker. Anthony Abrams. Nicholas Gerald Allard. Henry William Ambrose. Rina Aswani. Andrew Richard Bambury. Alan Alfred Bedwell. Colin Briggs. Ellen Laura Bryans. Oma Chowdhury. Benjamin Daniel Giles. Jacob Edward Hughes. Michael Krupnik. Samantha Lee. Misipol Mitvoj. Catherine Isabel Smith. Lai Soon Lim. Richard Matthew Swaby. Shaw Lai Wang. Emma Benesai. And for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Management, Vincent Andley. And for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Management Marketing, Charlotte Brisby. Natalia Broom. Joanna Leslie Cooper. Adrian. Adrian James Darby. Jonathan. Jonathan Paul Dawson. Maria Sarah Hancock. Stephen John Odson. Marissa Roslyn Jones. Elena Lambrido. Hazel Spears. Diane Maria Walmsley. Victoria Louise Whiteside. Melissa Miranda Brooks. Chatsarun Chinda Rata Nova Rakol. Lena Kennedy. Oliver Leonard Meadows. Andrew. Andrew Nelson. Craig Michael Aldale. George Pape Giorgio. Fufu Young. And for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Management, Accounting and Finance, Adam James Clayton. Andrew Paul Holt. Gareth Lyons. Wan Ting Shu. Christopher Ralph Whitehead. Chu Ho Trevor Choi. Amanda Jane Sharp. Wan Jing Shu. Biju Prameth. Stephen. Stephen James Way. Yeah. And for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Management, Employment and Organisation, Claire Blacker. Lindsay Moran.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Deputy Vice Chancellor, I now confer degrees in absentia on those students unable to be present here today who have, under conditions set out by ordinance or regulation, pursued the courses of study so prescribed and have satisfied the examiners.
Everyone stand, please.
May this university, through sound learning and by the advancement of knowledge, achieve its purposes in the service of the nation and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony.